Hey, Happy New Year. Um, it's been a long year, huh? So I wrote a little something I wanted to share with you, and I printed it old school. Um, yeah, so I just wanted to share this as we move into the new year. This is the dawn of a new demographic. I clicked on an article about TV ratings this morning, uncharacteristically curious if the shows I like are shows that are liked. It's a Family Feud lens that both comforts and terrorizes. On the one hand, I like to feel not alone, and that means being a part. On the other hand, I like also to be a part, to a point. The idea, subtle yet corrosive, that thinking like others is a barometer of intelligence, while answers that appear out of a cultural left field suggest ignorance, is a complicated one. Yeah, it's a system of reward and punishment for cultural literacy that stretches from the game show to the courtroom, from the playground to the Constitution, an inescapable part of the inner workings of any circle. As I scrolled, seeking I don't know what, either comfort or fury, or the comfort of fury, I happened upon an expression that sent me into a vertigo-like spiral. Halfway through the article, where ratings were translated into graphs, and graphs, as always, represented money, I faceplanted into these words: the coveted 18 to 49 demographic. Fuck. If I can plan ahead a bit, and if 2020 and 2021 specifically taught me anything, it's that planning ahead is like bringing a sturgeon to a sex club. But if I can plan ahead a bit, I can see the noose of demographic power tightening around my losing elasticity, less and less taught betrayal of a neck. 2022 will be the year the arbiters of cultural currency publicly execute me. Now for the real fury. How I fare on the Family Feud won't bucket me as either brilliant or ignorant. How I fare on the Family Feud will be irrelevant. My proximity to groupthink will be moot, for I will have slipped out of power. What a strange thing to straddle. On one date, current, the next, expired. Studies have shown that dates on food are performative. They have no more to do with public safety than that sturgeon had to do with that sex club. No, food dates are about moving product, marketing, and creating want in consumers' minds. One need look no further than the patchwork of laws and practices around expiration, sell by, packaged on, best used by dates across various products and states in order to understand the incomprehensible. We are ruled by a jabberwocky of sacred stamps. We scrounge, we topple, we reach, we contort, we upset whole neatly stacked pyramids of goods in search of something utterly meaningless. And so I find that is how I must approach my own looming expiry. It's unclear. I could scrounge or topple, reach, contort, or upset in search of that which has been taught to me, but which has been proven meaningless. I could stare at the betrayal of my neck, hip, shoulder, or hair in the mirror and rail at the injustice of it all, bemoaning the distance of my youth, now visible only with the assistance of the James Webb Space Telescope. Oh yeah, Daddy's readers now require NASA-level technology. But I am a child of the 80s, and a queer one at that. I am a child of AIDS. I remember the news reports, and I remember the fear. I remember the discourse, such as it was. I remember the proud, strutting inhumanity. I remember. not in an historical sense, in a bone marrow sense, in a DNA altering sense, in a hand of history wrapping its fingers around me and crushing the very bones of who I might have been since I remember. Within my blood are those I will never know, those I never had the opportunity to meet. Within my blood are those for whom the pugnacity of youth was never allowed to mellow into the lyricism of age, or the opportunity to reject that idea as the complete and utter bullshit that it is. Within my blood are those never given the opportunity to bemoan the newness of their ill-fitting necks. That said, I won't be robbed of the humanity of my own complaining. No, I'm going to do this my way, for surely I can pridefully strut about in the glory of my own inconsistency. I've earned it. Am I still a part? I don't know. Have I ever been? I guess it depends on who you ask. Am I a part? I don't know. Who gets to decide? Who gets to decide when it's time to close that space between A and part, creating an untraversable border between before and after, between us and them? I don't know. I suppose I can't stop advertisers from shuffling me off that demographic coil. But as I stared down 50 during this upheaval we now just refer to as life, I've reached one conclusion. I do not have to assist them. Happy New Year, everyone. Keep fighting.